Okay, before we really get started, I want to show you something that one of my longtime YouTube follower, friends, supporters showed, or told me about rather. When you're watching a YouTube video and they're coloring and you're not seeing everything you want to see up close enough, do the finger pinch, stretch it, and then move it around. How cool is that? So, kudos and thank you, Fern. Yeah, so you can actually do that. Again, it's 2 fingers down, expand, and then pull it to where you want it to be. And then you can watch it zoomed in. So it's something that they just tried this last year with the YouTube. And from what she said, they liked it so much that they left it. All right, this is a page that was requested, snow. So this is Merry Christmas, Volume 3. And I don't want to butcher Alexandra's last name, so I'm not even going to try. Okay, I am using Colorya pencils. These are the colors I've used so far. And I'm not showing you everything I've done so far because I feel like a lot of that is just repeats. I do want to show you, however, on the actual gingerbread house itself. I thought that it would be very helpful if I went ahead and did part of the house for you. Now, I'm with Colorya pencils, and I've got number 112. Then I've got 835 and 847. I'm going to pull my chair out, get settled in here. Okay, I went ahead with my lightest shade. I decided I wanted this house to be in the browns. So I took this creamy beige and I went all around. Okay? Then my next shade was the deep brown. Now, if you've got lighter shades that you want to use, do it, because I jumped from this medium shade to that very, very light, which made it more difficult. But what I did was just, you can see how I'm coming way back on the pencil so that I cannot push hard. Very lightly went around. Okay, same thing here. I am going around the window's snow cap. And then I'm going to go over the whole thing, barely even touching it. I mean, I am barely on the paper. Okay? Then I'm going to come in with that last shade. I think this one is espresso. As you can see, the names are rubbing off. And I'm going to get in those deepest areas. Oh, also, I used the second shade going across here and here. So I'm going to come in with espresso and come in some on that shelf. And in some on this side under the window. It's the shelving or the base. And then just a little bit where it sticks out, you know, up in those triangle areas, up in the V's. I'm also going to take that second shade and do across here. You can see I just get that in there. While we're doing it, we're going to go ahead and go down all of these. If this is supposed to be icing, mine is chocolate. You could do it in white if you wanted, and then put a little bit of gray maybe on your ends. But I'm telling you, I did not want to fight with the snow that we're going to do, and that's why I picked chocolate. So now I'm in my darker shade again, coming in on those edges. And this is how I did everything in the picture. And I am going to show you this entire picture again so that you can really get a good look at what I did where. Because the emphasis on this picture is the snow, but to better see the snow, we have to do the house. Okay? And I think part of what messes us up is some of these eaves up here. So let me show you what I did there. Oh, before I forget, I go back to my lightest shade and I just blend all of this. Okay? So just blend it all. Then I put this up here. This is the eaves. That is not part of the snow. Okay? So that can be very confusing. All of those are the eaves. Then my middle shade, and I'm going just under the snow, as if the snow were leaving, and this is again on the part of the house, but it's as if that snow is leaving a shadow on that eaves. Eaves overhang. I don't know what you call this in other countries or up north. It is that bit of wood that hangs or is across like a soffit area. The roof sits on it, kind of. So anyway, do all those. And then you would do these also. And then we're going to come back, and I'm doing this just very hurriedly right now, just because I want to get all this in one video. And then we're going to come back in, and you're going to blend this really well. Do it better than what I'm doing right now, okay? Just really blend, I mean, like this, okay? Do the whole thing. You really want to blend that, not just do what I'm doing here. But I'm just trying to get enough of that done that we can go on with the snow. So now that we've got that all done, we can actually see where the snow is, okay? So let me go back up here, and we're going to zoom out some. We're going to move back over to this side that has already had the gingerbread part done. And let's see, as long as I stay on this part, you should be able to see. Okay, now, don't go straight white snow. That's not what snow is. Snow is the lightest on top because that's where it fell last. It is darkest on the drips and what is hanging over because it's been there longer. It's gotten dirty. So what I'm going to use is white, which is number 100. I pulled 909, which is light gray. I have pulled 499, which is periwinkle. And then I pulled 472, which is ultramarine. When you think of snow, don't think of just the grays. Think of the pretty blues, okay? In fact, let's just go ahead and start with some blue. We've already determined that the oldest snow is at the bottom. So very lightly, okay, I'm holding way back on my pencil, laying it almost on its side, and ever so lightly, I'm doing that bottom part. Now this is where you can actually pinch like what I showed you at the first, and zoom in if you're having a hard time seeing what I'm doing. Okay, there's one. Let's do the next one. And everything I don't do is going to be done in the same manner that's on the reverse side, or the opposite side of this page. But I do want to get through some of this so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So whatever colors you use, whether it's the blue or the gray or some other color, you know, I have done red snow. I did a picture once, a painting that was in all red and white, and it had a red house, it had a red sleigh, trees, the background, and then the snow was actually accented in the red. It was just a project I was working on, okay? So now when you look at the tree, they don't differentiate here between what is snow and what's green. So I'm assuming the whole thing is snow. Therefore, what is oldest is what is tucked up underneath, and what is freshest is what has fallen down here, because you have the slope of it. Now, you could also do this in the blue, but this is where I'm going to pick to do what's up underneath. Okay? So this part is kind of up to you how you want to do it. Yeah, there might be a rule on it. I don't know if there is. So I am just choosing to do it like that. And then on this, I'm going to go just under the star a bit. And then you could also do just a bit under these little baubles. Just a bit. I mean, I'm keeping this so light. I don't know if y'all can even see it if you zoom in. I am barely touching the paper. We're going to handle the snowdrifts across the bottom separately in just a minute. Okay? So don't worry about that just yet. Let's keep going. I'm going to come back in my gray, and I'm going to go right above everything I just did. Just right above it. And then all the sprinkles that are on here, on the roof, and the little gumdrops or whatever that's down in the snow drifts, those would all be done last. And I would do those with a gel pen, something glittery that's shiny and fun. Okay, so then this would come down between that blue and the white. This is just helping you to blend into that white just a little bit more. Okay, you got that? It will go above on here. Now we're going to come in with our white, and we are going to blend it. And see, I didn't go very dark. You can always go darker. It's harder to go lighter. Just get that blended, okay? Just blend those. Again, feel free to go back and add and make them a little darker. Do it on practice sheets first. Don't do it on your best books or whatever. But see here, I can come back up in here. I can go a little deeper. Remember I had that darker blue pencil, the ultramarine? Look at there. Just getting a little bit up in there, and I'm just going to do the tree. You would do all these the same way. You would go down your little tips here, and then come back in and blend. So see now here, and I went a little dark, but I want you to see how it changes the look. Okay, so if I wanted darker up here, I would come and just add just a bit on the bits that are hanging down. And it's okay, I mean, and again, you don't have to go that dark, but if you want it to show up more, and I'm doing this basically so you can see it easier. Now the drifts, let's address these drifts. Everything behind the snow is going to be your shadow area. So if this is a hill, behind that hill is what is getting shaded. That makes that hill pop up. See, back here, behind the hill is what is shaded, not in front of it, not on top of it, behind it. Okay, I want this to pop up. I do right there, and now that should appear to you like it's popped up. All right, if I want it a little darker, I can come in here and just add a little bit more dark, just in my V's, just in those way, way back in the deep areas. Okay, help me blend that blue into white. I'm going to go gray. I'm going to go over the edge of the blue and over the edge of the white. Go right there, right here, over here. Now Gladys, you had requested this. If this does not answer your questions, you need to let me know. In fact, you know how to get hold of me through Coloring Books Keep It Clean on Facebook. You let me know if you need something more, and we'll just keep working on this till you get it. Okay? This is kind of a harder page to work with because of all the different elements and layers that are in it. But this snow is very doable. Again, I just need you to remember that if you want something in the front, you're gonna shade what's behind. See this finger that's in front, and there's a shadow behind. Okay? That's what you want to work with. You want to say, where are my shadows? If this one's in front, there's probably a shadow right here on this one. If this one's in front of this one, there's going to be a shadow on this one. So if these are snowdrifts, you're not going to shade in front, you're going to shade behind, which is going to be the front of this. Okay? So if this is your drift, you're going to shade behind, which is here. You're going to shade behind. That's where you would shade. I could shade some more right here on the gingerbread house. And then blend it out. And that's going to make that snowdrift look like it's even taller and closer to the front. Does that help? I hope that helps. Your snow is white on top because it's fresher. Okay? The older stuff is further down, or in the sense of a tree, because of the slant, it's what's tucked up underneath. All right? All right, Gladys, I'm going to wait to hear from you. Did this help at all? Anybody else have any questions on coloring anything specific? Okay? If so, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Happy December, and everybody stay safe, and I will see you in a few more days. I almost forgot to tell y'all. I did get my first YouTube paycheck. Yes, I did. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. It takes like hours, thousands of hours of viewers, but I did get a paycheck. So, anyway, thank you for that. Thank you for watching, subscribing, recommending my channel and all that you do to encourage. Thank you to you that have donated to my PayPal, which is on my YouTube channel also. It's going to be a really great Christmas. So God is blessing, and really feeling better about things here lately. So thank you all. Bye-bye.